What's up, YouTube? This is Bonanza86 once again. I want to tell y'all a little story, a little happy story. Last one was kind of meh. So, I used to get my hair braided at this place called Mr. Boo's. This girl named Demetria was the one who did it, and she did a pretty good job. But I just got tired of it, so I went and cut it all off. 6 months worth of growing, stressing out and all the knots and stuff, having to use this pick here, keep it in, having to use this pick to, get out all the knots and such. Anyway, I digress. We still kept in touch. She texts me and she says, "Hey man, we're having an open mic at this venue called The Place. You should stop by. We're having an open mic." And I said, "Okay, when is it?" She said, "It's on Friday at 8 p.m. I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." Now, I wasn't able to make it the first Friday that she had told me about it. But the next Friday, I was there. I had on a San Antonio Spurs shirt, blue jeans, and I had on some sneakers. So, I got there super early. I got there maybe 7:30. And she's nowhere to be found. I said, "Okay, where's Demetria? Where is she?" They said, "Okay, she'll be through. She'll come by. She'll come by." So I go, "All right, I'll be right back." I go and get myself something to drink, healthy, one of those fruit smoothies, stuff like that. Came through, it was a little after 8. She still wasn't there. The venue, I was there for a while. The venue started really late. She told me 8 o'clock, but it didn't start until around 10. I was like, okay. And initially there was no people. There wasn't any people there. I was like, okay, so is this gonna be like this for the remainder of the night? Finally, as it was nearing the time for the open mic to start, which was around 10 o'clock, crowd came. Crowd started coming in, about 25 people. That's my estimate. And you had this host with the dreads, and he's like, "Hey, how y'all doing? I'm a spoken word guy. If y'all want to keep this thing rolling, say word, like word." So, a few people came through, introduced, some people came through with the jokes, other people came through with this really powerful poetry, had a few musical artists, do their thing. And I was a first timer, so, host went, introduced me, and I came up there, and I got a pretty warm reception. Now, he said there was a 2-song minimum, and I only prepared 1 song. So, I had to cook up a 16 that I had, that I would, had pre-rehearsed many a time when, I don't have anything to do. So I went into that multi-syllabic stage. So I was like, "It takes balls to be cynical, man. Getting lyrical, bomb will get abysmal. Trying to reach the pinnacle, damage is minimal." And everybody's like, "Whoa!" It's like, "Who's this cat?" Because I stayed. During the ceremony, during the whole venue thing, I was staying relatively quiet. I talked to a couple people, say, "Hey, how are you?" And then I came with the viciousness. And it was like, "Whoa, who is this guy?" And then I finally did my main song, and people were jamming to it, and I had a pretty good performance. Got a lot of positive reception afterwards. Like, "Yo, man, you got flow." And I was like, "Thanks, man, I appreciate it." It's like, "You coming through next week?" I was like, "Okay." So next week, the next week I was supposed to come through, and then the damn tornado went and messed everything up. So then I had to come through this past Friday. I was like, I'm back. um, Once again, it was a 2-song minimum, and I only had 1 song. So I I improvised. It's like, oh, I see some lovely ladies there in the audience. I'm gonna tease you with a little Drake. So I did the first verse and the chorus for "Find Your Love," and it's like, oh, this guy got some voice in him. I was like, yeah. Then I did my main song, "Can You Feel It?" I had a couple stumbles, but I'll admit that I really didn't have much time to rehearse. So what came out, I was relatively satisfied with. Oh man, I was sweating so profusely after. The thing is, "Can You Feel" is a very hard-hitting song. You'll actually find a couple videos on that here on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, my very first video did the very first verse of "Can You Feel It?" Welcome back, Bond. You got a pen ready. They've been waiting a while. Like that. I remember I had on the New York hat, had on my hood, had on the sweat jacket with the hood on. I was trying to get into my mode. It was pretty funny when I look back on it. You know, I was just trying to test out I had just gotten my webcam too. Just got my webcam. I was just trying to test it out. But I thought I did alright. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next week. But the host, you know, he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, man, every time you come in here, I become a bigger fan. You definitely got to keep doing it." I was like, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. So that's what I plan on doing. If I ever have free time, I'll do a couple performances and practice, because I mean, it's not really my dream to be a rap superstar. I'd rather write for other people. But if I get a chance to share, what I've learned from rap, hip hop, rhythm and blues, then I think it would be a pretty educational experience. And I'm very glad that they have such a venue, like the Place, where they meet on a weekly basis, Friday night, and you have these ladies and gents from all the areas of Virginia, just to come through and showcase their talents and showcase what they can do, not only on a written, lyrical level, but on a musical level as well. So I'm going to keep attending the Place on a regular basis, and I'm very thankful to Demetria for inviting me. It's pretty funny too, because when I came through the first time and when I debuted, she walked up to me. She's like, "Hey, I used to braid this guy's hair." And then Mr. Boo was like, "You cut your hair?" And then and then she's like, "Well, then he got a haircut." And Mr. Boo was like, "You cut your hair?" I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "I had no idea that this guy with such a high-pitched voice came through with a very crisp, deep delivery of, whatever he was performing." And she was very, very surprised, as were everybody else. I don't know, that's just gonna happen. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but like I said, I was very, very appreciative of all the feedback, and I don't know what else to say. But yes, so if you're in Petersburg and you wanna see people like me perform and hear some very dope poetry, jokes, musical acts and such, stop by the Place. I don't know the address exactly, but I do know it's in Petersburg, and it's right beside Wendy's. Matter of fact, the location used to be Kebab and Wings, and then before that, for the last 47 years, it was Charlie's Pizza. But that was called the Place. Pretty good food too. But yes, stop by Friday nights. The venue starts at 10. would start at 8, but people come in pretty late. So it starts at 10 p.m., runs until about midnight. A lot of cats want to share their stuff. You should definitely stop by, and we'll rock the show, man. It's a family environment, you know. Come through, show your love. Demetria, thank you once again. Now, with that being said, I'm Bonanza86. Y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, and the music, yeah, the music in the background. I've been playing Flawless Tracks instrumentals for the past, you know, this is my second video. Flawless Tracks makes really, really good music. So, shout out to Flawless Tracks! Thanks for the dope instrumentals. Oh yeah, Bonanza86 once again. Y'all have a nice day.